We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's what's happening. Capitalism saved free speech as Twitter announced Monday that it would accept Tesla CEO Elon Musk's $44 billion offer to buy the social media company and take it private. Musk launched his hostile takeover bid after scooping up about 9% of Twitter stock to become its biggest shareholder. He will pay Twitter investors $54.20 in cash for every share of their stock, a 38% premium over the price on the day he revealed his stake in the company. Twitter initially resisted, but re-examined the offer after Musk announced he had lined up more than enough financing. He vowed to unblock the company's tremendous potential and reduce restrictions on free speech. Shareholders and free speech advocates are reacting positively, while left-leaning media and politicians have reacted negatively. Over the past few days, former President Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Elizabeth Warren have all come out in favor of more censorship. Russia hit Ukrainian rail and fuel facilities with airstrikes on Monday, damaging key infrastructure across the country, while focusing its ground war on eastern Ukraine. On Russia's side of the Ukrainian border, 2 fires erupted at oil facilities, although it wasn't immediately clear what caused the blazes. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said after he and Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with Ukrainian President Zelensky in Kiev that the U.S. hoped to see Russia weakened by the war so it couldn't threaten other countries. He later met with European military leaders in Germany, saying Russia never imagined that the world would rally behind Ukraine so swiftly and surely. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Monday signed voting reform legislation that creates an election police force that will give his administration greater power to investigate alleged election crimes. The law makes the Sunshine State the first in the nation to establish a law enforcement unit focused on voter fraud, a crime that has become a key issue since the 2020 election. I don't think there is any other place in the country where you should have more confidence that your vote counts, said DeSantis, who is up for re-election this year and is considered a possible candidate for the GOP presidential nomination in 2024. A federal judge in Louisiana, Robert Summerhays, temporarily blocked the Biden administration from ending the pandemic-era public health policy Title 42, which turned back migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border without giving them a chance to apply for asylum to curb the spread of the coronavirus. Attorneys generals in 3 states, Missouri, Arizona, and Louisiana, sued the Biden administration earlier this month to keep the measure in place, arguing that lifting it would spark a wave of migrants and create an unprecedented crisis at the southern border. More than a dozen states joined the lawsuit. Biden administration officials have noted Title 42 was a public health measure, not an immigration policy. However, numerous congresspeople and senators from both sides of the aisle have lobbied the Biden administration to keep Title 42 in place until the border situation is resolved. Ford CEO Jim Farley told CNBC that the company plans to scale up production of its electric F-150 Lightning pickup to 150,000 units in the next year or so, up from an initial 40,000 vehicle target. If Ford pulls it off, it will become the first automaker to produce a mainstream full-size electric pickup and its output will far outpace Rivian Automotive, General Motors, and other companies who have been aiming for production in the tens of thousands of electric pickups. In this market, being a first mover is a very, very important move, Farley told CNBC. We didn't know we'd be first, but we worked fast in case we were, and it's worked out that way. I think it could be one of the most important advantages we have. And to wrap up, search crews have recovered the body of a Texas National Guard member who went missing after jumping in the river on the U.S.-Mexico border to help two illegal immigrants who were struggling to swim across and enter the United States. The body of Specialist Bishop Evans was found Monday, 3 days after he was reported missing on the Rio Grande. The two migrants were taken into custody by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. According to the military department, authorities believe the migrants were involved in drug smuggling. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth, as well as the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network, at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcast app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Audible, Amazon Music, and wherever you find podcasts. We'll see you next time.